Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode of Vegetarian Hardcore. So in the last episode, we ended up building a dojo out in the city proper, which I'm super excited about, because that is the first official building within the mini city and the castle, the castle complex. So definitely really excited about that. And while working on that, I realized I really need to get the roads in. And so that is one of the things that we're going to be working on today, as well as the lovely building, the base to one of the buildings. I'm planning on turning into a cocoa and vine manual farm. So those are the two base projects we're going to be doing. We're going to be converting part of the castle base into the farms, and we are going to be working on roads. But first, we are going to finally get around to naming some of these. I realized that, I only have 3 name tags. I have about 4 cats to name. So only 3 of them are going to get names, and it's going to be those 3 right there. Now, I also ended up naming the axolotl. So Angry Habas ended up giving the rose as the name. And I also put vid suggestion up here too. So if I get another axolotl, I want to go ahead and put that in, put that there. And then I'm going to put Rose here so that she's nice and safe in here. So until I'm actually ready to put her somewhere, then, she is nice and safe. Now, the names that I chose, we've got Milk, which is from Panzerklaus 1918. And then we've got Norbert, which is also from Angry Habas. So we got that. So he had suggested Reginald and Norbert. And then Panzerklaus 1918 suggested Latte and Milk. And then finally, I have Cinnamon, which is the suggestion from Vid. So Cinnamon is going to be this lovely little kitty cat there. So I felt that was, the most appropriate for that one. And then this is going to be Milk. And then Norbert is going to be this one. So we still need to name this one. I'm not 100% sure if this one is going to get the Figaro name or if the all black cat is. So I'll have to make that decision. But first, I'm going to have to get more of the name tags. So let's go ahead and head over to where I am going to be working. So first and foremost is going to be this area right here. So I'm actually going to be extending this all the way over here. So it's going to connect up to here. And then I'm actually going to convert this to a manual farm for the lovely cocoa beans and vines. But first, we need to lay out roads. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be continuing the road pattern that I have here. And so we're just going to bring this straight in. Now, I do have plans for 4 more gates. And so I'm going to be laying out the roads based on those additional gates. So there's going to be one that's going to be sitting back there. And then there's going to be another one sitting over here. So one, we can actually access. In fact, here, we'll go ahead and break through the wall here. But I want to be able to actually access the lake from over here instead of going through the outside there. So, so that's why, that's why the gate over here. And then, of course, the other one is going to go over there. So at some point, we can actually do something with the mountains and our lovely mushroom up there. So we can end up doing some kind of shrine or something to the mighty mushroom on top of the mountain. But so I am going to go ahead and do a time lapse for the road here, so I hope you guys enjoy. roads now in place, the planning for the city is definitely going to be a lot easier. Now, this section right here, this is probably going to be just straight buildings because of the fact that, I mean, it's a straight shot. And then over here, probably do some, like, greenery and all of that. And then over here, I might be able to actually incorporate some more, like, angular buildings. So the ones that actually run along with the road. And I don't think I've ever done one with sections of 3. So that should definitely be interesting. And then we got sections over here for the more buildings, and then over here I'm thinking probably a row of trees. I think that would be awesome looking, to basically look down at the gate down there and then be able to look through like an entire just row of trees. So I'll definitely need to figure out how to do like the maybe the cherry trees. Not 100% sure on that one, but definitely super excited about being able to actually get into more of the city planning and stuff. And more of the buildings, because this is, I think this is going to end up looking so cool once it's, once it's done. Now, we've got this done. Our next project is going to be our farms, and I'm going to need to keep an eye on the time to make sure that I sleep when I need to. So this right here, this is going to end up being the entrance into our manual farms. Now, I went ahead and did the hallway. So if we come through here, this enters into the actual castle. So, that's the stairs up into the castle, and then this is into our storage room. And I also ended up moving the snow golem. So now he's over here. For some reason, this block right here doesn't allow him to produce snow, which was weird. So I had to push him back. I was going to have him flush, but yeah, I had to push him back, and yeah. But I mean, it works because I can definitely get into, the right angle in order to actually do, get the snow and stuff. So we've got an extra car pumpkin because he's my little derpy snowman. And then, of course, the shovel that we have for that. So with this, we need to get to work kind of, laying out the actual, like room and stuff. And then we can end up putting in the farms. And there we go. We have a room all ready for the farms. Granted, these I don't know if these could really be considered farms, just for simple fact that they're really easy. So with the cocoa bean farm, because it is, it's manual and stuff, it's just basically jungle logs. And so all I'm going to do is just put a whole bunch of the jungle logs on this side and then plant, that, you don't go there. There we go. Just like that. Ta-da! we have a farm. And then it's just a matter of planting these up here. And then, just basically covering the entire wall with the cocoa beans so that we can grow these, since we need copious amounts of the brown dye. Now, I also ended up adding in these barrels here so that I can end up having some storage for, for both the cocoa beans as well as the vines. And then any tools, so like the shears for the vines. And so with this, since the vines can't grow on these slabs, which is, I was really wanting to do slabs up there, but we are not able to do that. And so this is just going to be like soap. And so I'm one short, really one short, but that's all the vines that I have. And so we'll just have to wait for them to actually grow up for me to actually, fill in that last spot. Oh my gosh, the cave down below definitely seems to be very active. I definitely need to go down there and explore that so that I can get the lid up. Because, I've been getting skeletons and zombies just kind of, groaning and moaning and stuff. It is like, it's like, all right, I definitely need to take care of that cave underneath there. And then this right here, this is the outside section. So just a really simple entryway here. I kind of wanted to recess it in so that as you're like walking here, you don't necessarily see too much of it, other than you'll end up seeing the stairs that are over here. So let's go ahead and grab these so you guys can actually see that a little bit better. But yeah, so just the stairs that ends up, coming in here, and then we can end up going through the doors and in here. Now, I did have to change up the ceiling a little bit because in the regular area we have the stone. Oh dear. We kind of forgot. There. Haha. There we go. But in here we got the stone and the andesite, and so that, but the thing is that in here, the floor from upstairs is right there, and so can't exactly do the same kind of ceiling. And so we've got this one instead, which I kind of like. And then, oh hey, look, we got a vine. So I can go boop, ta-da. All right, and then we've already got these growing. So this is awesome. So this will allow me, one, because I need the vines so that I can finally get to kind of roughening up the base here. So I want to add in some of probably the mossy cobble as well as the andesite. And so that is, definitely going to require a whole lot of the vinage. Although I should probably, because I've got this, the jungle tree growing, so I could probably grab some of the vines from that as well. I completely forgot. I got that growing over there too. But yeah, so now I can finally check these farms off. I know there's something that you can end up doing with these to where you can end up being in a minecart and all of that. And then probably the same way with this. There's probably some way that you can actually automate these, but I don't know. I don't know how to do it. And yeah, I like this method. This method works just fine for me. So for the next episode, what I am thinking is, because in the last episode I had made mention about, the advancements and all of that. And, we kind of need to get working on some of those. And so what I am thinking is that I want to work on getting the bee advancements. In fact, let's go ahead and go in here. And if we look in the adventure, I definitely still have a whole lot of stuff that I don't have yet. Like, we could end up making the, like the spyglass and going into the jungle, and then might be able to get this that one too. But right now, I don't think I have everything for that. I'd have to look up the recipe for it. And then we can end up, summoning an iron golem. So there's definitely lots of stuff that we can end up doing. And like the nether, we definitely, like the bastion. We know where a bastion is. And then we know where the ancient, where to get ancient debris. But I'm thinking about doing a creeper farm before actually doing that. And so we definitely got a lot of stuff. And then husbandry, there's still a lot of stuff. And we've got 2 for the bees there, and then another one here. So there's actually 3 in terms of the bees. And so I want to, I want to create a bee home that, where they can actually, kind of fly around and stuff instead of the really cramped ones. Because I still want to automate it, because that definitely helps out a whole lot if I can actually automate it. But I also need to figure out a way to make it so that the bees are nice and comfortable, and they're not, in some kind of cramp. They're more, like in their natural habitat kind of thing. So I definitely need to try to figure that out. In fact, we might even, might be able to put something in here as well and kind of incorporate it into like maybe a garden or something. But yeah, so that is going to do it for this episode. We've got, we now have the groundwork in order to start planning the city. And then we now have the lovely cocoa bean and vine farm, which is going to help out a lot in terms of just adding some more detail and stuff into our area. And then, yeah, so we definitely need to also get moving forward on all of the advancements. And we might even, try to build like a kitty cafe or something, because we do need to still get all of those as well. Because I think there's 11 cats that we need to get, and I'm only at 4. So I will definitely have a think in between episodes to, figure out all the stuff that we will accomplish in the next episode. And then I definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, definitely hit that like button.
If you're new to the channel, click the Mantis icon to subscribe, then hit the bell button to get notified when I put out additional content. Want to check out more of my videos? Try the one on the left, or you could check out the playlist on the right. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys in the next episode.